I've always wanted to say this, but Vince McMahon, you're fired! Hey guys, Big Baron 20 back again with some crazy news happening in the wrestling world. Now, I don't talk about wrestling too much on this channel, but a lot of you guys that have been following me for a long time know that I was a huge wrestling fan. That's all I watched. I went to so many events through the years. Every time they came to Cleveland and they came to my hometown, I went to every single event for many, many years. It's something I really enjoyed doing. I mean, I was probably one of the biggest wrestling fans you'll ever meet. Lately, I've kind of, dropped back a little bit. Wrestling has gotten stale for me. I'm more of an AEW fan myself, and honestly, I haven't been watching much of that recently either. So I've kind of gotten out of the wrestling realm, but I was going through the news today, and I saw what was happening with Vince McMahon, and it doesn't surprise me at all, which is why I wanted to make this video to give my thoughts and opinions on the whole situation. Because if you guys know, back in the day, WWE back then was WWF, and they were getting their butts kicked by WCW. There was a whole Monday Night Wars where WCW had NWO and everything was going crazy. I was a huge WCW fan, and back then WCW was pretty much taking over the wrestling world. They were killing WWF back then, and like their ratings went to crap. So what did Vince have to do to actually make the ratings come back? Well, he did the whole Attitude Era where there was bra and panty matches. There was all kind of scantily clad women dressed on the program. There were so many crazy things happening on the television. And I'll be honest, as a kid growing up, I was watching it like, man, what's crazy things are we going to see happen next? That's why I was watching it. It actually did work. It pulled me from WCW to the WWF because I was like, man, what crazy things are they going to have next? And then they had to change their name from WWE from WWF to WWE because of the whole World Wild Federation or something, the copyrights and stuff like that. And they did this whole program where it was kind of brilliant in a way because they stuck to their guns with the Attitude Era and they said, get the F out. So the whole slogan was to get rid of the F out of the WWF and bring in WWE to make it World Wrestling Entertainment instead of Federation. And their whole promo was get the F out. If you don't like it, get the F out. Basically saying that if you don't like the program that you're watching, because a lot of parents were really upset saying like, look at this filth on TV. A lot of parents were coming after Vince McMahon and saying, what is this filth you're putting in front of my children? And then he would say, if you don't like it, you know what you can do? You can take the remote control and you can click it and you can turn it off. If you don't like what you're watching, turn it off. And I thought it was brilliant marketing back then as a kid. I was like, man, he's right. I mean, technically, if you don't like it, don't watch it. But then it got, filthier and filthier. And then through the years, all of a sudden, Vince had a change of heart and he made it PG-13 or family friendly. And he kind of stopped all that. Then the whole WWE Network came out and everything like that. So that's a quick little history lesson of Vince McMahon. He was very raunchy back in the day when I was watching it as a child, and there was bra and panty matches. He was doing skits with Trish Stratus, kissing her. He was making out with so many women. It was crazy. There was these soft porn scenes that he would shoot live on Monday Night Raw. Unreal. And he would actually have, I'll never forget, there was a big sex scene with Lita and Edge, and it was live sex on TV. Seriously, this is stuff they would do. There were so many nipple slips, so many wardrobe malfunctions. Vince McMahon was in so many sexcapades, I guess you want to call it. He was in so many affairs, but they were scripted, right, for TV, and his poor wife has to sit there and watch him act as he's making out with all these women and he's doing all these things. And as a kid, watching this, I always thought there's no way this is all just an act. He's got to be doing something. He's got to be having some type of affairs with these women, offering them money or something like that. And lo and behold, now Vince is in the hot seat. There's an investigation going on right now. Allegations. Now, right now, they're just allegations, but I believe them, honestly, from what I've seen growing up, that he's paid multiple women several $1 million to be quiet, to not talk about the affairs and not talk about the abuse and stuff like that and how he took advantage of them. There was one former wrestler that they're not naming right now. I'm sure it will come out eventually. That she was offered $3 million for hush money, to be quiet. And right now they're doing this big investigation. I guess Vince McMahon is being investigated as well as John, who is the head of HR or whatever like that. So there's two of them that were involved with many women. It's not just one. So crazy to see this. I don't know. I want to know, the wrestling world out there. Leave a comment below. What do you think? Is Vince McMahon innocent or guilty? I believe he's guilty. He did leave I'm going to leave an article so you guys can read it for yourself. But he did leave a statement saying that he is going to step down right now as CEO, but he is still going to be in charge of, creative control, which is weird. So he can still, tell what the scripts are going to be, which is really odd. He should just kind of leave until they get this, squared away. But I guess he's still going to be in the creative department, but he is not going to be CEO. I guess Stephanie McMahon, his daughter, is going to step up and be CEO, which is really strange because not that long ago, she said she was going to take a step back from the company and take a break, but now she's the head of it all. So really strange how this is all playing out. And I had to make a video and give you my thoughts and opinions on it. I think he's guilty as could be. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more women that are going to step up and be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to step up and say it too. There's a lot of women, as long as they get paid and, they don't want, their career to be ruined. So they're willing to be quiet. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. It's really sad. But now that since this woman's coming forward, I'm sure there's going to be many more coming forward. That's just the way it works. Once one comes forward, many more come forward. So I don't know. Leave a comment below and let me know, what do you think is going to happen? Will Trish Stratus spill it all? Because I guarantee you there was some stuff going on there. I don't know. What do you guys think? That's pretty much all for right now, guys. And as always, there'll be more to come shortly, guys. Thanks again. To help out the Van Buren 20 channel, you can now press the new thanks button YouTube just rolled out. By pressing this button, it now allows you to donate to your favorite content creator so you can show your support. Don't forget, you can also show your support by pressing the join button that makes you become an exclusive member of the channel that gives you access to exclusive emojis that you can use in the live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and as always, there'll be more to come shortly, guys. Thanks again.